Every game has a story, every performance creates a memory, and every season brings our community together. At 549 Media, we're proud to bring you closer to the moments that matter, showcasing the students, the teams, and the traditions that make Perham special. Live from Yellowjacket Country, let's head to the broadcast booth.
And good evening and welcome into the Perham Health pregame show. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we get ready to go for the kickoff of the 2026 volleyball season. A little bit delayed on the start tonight. Both the B squad and the JV games ran a little long, so we are just a few moments away from the start of tonight's contest between the Perham Yellowjackets and the Thief River Falls Prowlers here on a very busy day one to start the school year.
Yeah, crowd is great, Jason. You can tell the school is open and in session again. Blackout here for the Yellowjackets tonight. It's always such a fun time of year because everything's new, and you lose some former starters and new people step into their places, and all teams are 0-0 right now and undefeated, and so there's that internal hope that this is the season that everything rings true and all that you work for. So tonight's really one of those nights, as you can see the energy coming from both sides of the building. It's a fun night, and it's fun to be here and bring it to you on 549 Media.
We have a full Perham Health pregame show lined up for you here tonight from the Hive. We'll hear from third-year head coach Paige Thompson and her thoughts on tonight, as well as they just honored the parents. As you can see, the Yellowjackets getting ready to come through the tunnel of students as the Prowlers are on the floor warming up, and we're looking forward to what should be a fun night here in the Hive. We'll take a break, come back with more here on the 549 Media Network.
At Perham Health, there's more behind exceptional care than meets the eye. It's about coming together to support, comfort, and care for our community every day. Behind every appointment, procedure, and recovery journey is a dedicated team. It's the warm welcome when you arrive, the skilled hands behind a test or treatment, and the encouragement that keeps you moving forward. Because at Perham Health, caring for our community is never the work of one person. It's the strength of a team united by compassion, dedication, and a commitment to those we serve.
Honor Flight Food for Flight is back at United Community Bank. Every Friday in September, a different food truck will be coming to United Community Bank as we raise money for Honor Flight of Minnesota and North Dakota. Honor Flight has flown over 300,000 veterans to Washington, D.C. for free. All donations made in September will be matched by United Community Bank 100%. Join us as we raise money for Honor Flight Food for Flight every Friday in downtown Perham from 11 till 2.
United Community Bank.
Love you, Pumpkin.
He'll be back. He has to bring people the food. Poor dogs. So they can be healthy, like you. And make people happy. Like me.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you want someone local and experienced. EOT Insurance Agency has been serving the community for over 40 years, insuring home, auto, farms, businesses, and all your recreational toys. As an independent agency, we don't work for just one company, we work for you. EOT Insurance Agency, local, experienced, and always on your side.
At Hilltop Lumber, we're not just about building materials. We're about building relationships. We're honored to be recognized for our excellence in our industry, but the greatest reward? It's the trust we built with our customers. It's not just about providing quality materials, it's about building strong relationships. We're proud to be a part of the communities we serve, working with you to bring your vision to life. Because at Hilltop Lumber, success is measured by the partnerships we create and the homes, businesses, and dreams we help build together. Hilltop Lumber, where we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
Welcome back into the Hive, night one. As you can see here, it's going to be a fun one between the Yellowjackets and the Prowlers. Last year, the Prowlers got a 3-0 victory over the Yellowjackets in the season opener. The Prowlers last year finished the year with a record of 19-9. They were ranked number 54 in the final QRF, while the Yellowjackets were 17-11, ranked number 44 in the final QRF, and both these teams ended up in the same spot, losing in the quarterfinals. The Prowlers lost to a very strong Holly team 3-0, and it was Frazee that came in and knocked off the Yellowjackets by a score of 3-2, and what was a thrilling night that night for the Frazee Hornets.
Well, it certainly was, and if you're the Yellowjackets, I'm pretty sure that fueled some fire for your off-season regiment. And let's be honest, the Yellowjackets were a fairly young squad last year. They bring back a lot of returning, and it's funny how that turns, Jason, where a couple years ago we were talking about some of these same ladies as the Yellowjackets were really young. Now I would consider them a veteran group coming back, led by a lot of seniors.
Should be interesting to see how it plays out tonight. We'll have starting lineups and much more coming up in our United Community Bank pregame show as it rolls on live from the Hive. When we come back, we'll be joined by Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson right here on the 549 Media Network.
Welcome to Perham, Minnesota, a great place to visit and an even better place to live. Here's a look at just a few of the things you can experience here. If you'd like to find your inner otter in Perham, visit OttertailLakesCountry.com.
Boom! I just earned a $600 bonus with an Old National Bank checking account.
You got this.
I do?
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
Can you say bonus?
Hello and welcome back to the 549 Media pregame show. We're now joined by Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson, getting ready to kick off year number 3 tonight here with Thief River Falls. First overall, what do you expect to see from the Prowlers?
Yeah, so they have an aggressive offense. They are a good serving team, so we just need to make sure our passing is on tonight, as well as every other night. You'll hear from me on that every single day. But our goal is to just serve them out of systems so we get some easier balls back so our offense can be ran to our expectations.
Last week, a full week of scrimmages. How did those go for the team in the program?
Yeah, so Tuesday we had 6 games back-to-back for varsity, so that was a lot of mental challenges and all of that. So we took some wins from that. We worked on a few things that we needed to fix up, and then on Saturday we went and had a much better day overall. We served much better. We passed way better. So it was fun to see some things finally start clicking.
Now, as you get ready for this first week of the season, you had a couple of tough opponents, Thief River Falls and Wadena Deer Creek, and you throw in the fact that it's first day of school. How do you kind of navigate through some of the distractions that may happen here today?
Yeah, so we just kind of talk about controlling what we can control, making sure we're getting good sleep at night, and just to show up and expect. One big thing is not making excuses this year. Just everyone else is doing it too, so what makes us different from that? So, yeah.
How does the squad look overall? Who are some of the key players that you have back?
Yeah, we actually have most of our roster back. We graduated Sam Molzoff last year, so it's fun to see a lot of the same girls back. So Addie Hackle is going to be big again this year. Cam Coase, we're lucky to have her. Our DSs are great. Sophie's having a great preseason, and she had a great summer. And now we just need to get some consistency with our outsides.
What's it like having that experience back, and how nice is it for you?
It's really nice. We're going to miss the 9 seniors next year, so we're just going to soak it in this year and hopefully make a good run.
Third year as head coach, how's that feel when you hear that?
Crazy. Time is flying by. It doesn't feel like 3 years, but it also feels like it's been much longer than 3 years. So some things are definitely getting easier and some things will never get easier. So we're just moving along with the flow.
All right, how's this group overall? How have you seen them kind of coming together as a team?
Yeah, as a team, they like to laugh and have fun, so that's fun to see because at the end of the day, it's more than just volleyball, so I think this group truly understands that. So it's just fun to see their connections on and off the court, and we try and do some team bonding to keep things fun and light, so they're just a fun group of girls.
This year, looking at your schedule, another tough one. What are some keys to hopefully have a successful season for the Yellowjackets?
Yeah, definitely work hard when we need to, and they'll definitely earn some deserved days off. Our homecoming week, we have 4 games. Just that week plus all the homecoming things, so just thinking about that makes me a little nervous, but it'll be good. Everything will work out, and then just some weeks we only have 1 game, so then just taking those weeks a little lighter, but still keeping them engaged and focused is going to be important.
All right. And how does the section look overall here in the early going?
Yeah, I mean, Holly lost a big group of seniors. DGF returned a lot. Barnesville has a lot. Frazee lost a few big players, but they still are returning a few key players. So it's hard to say right now, so we'll just see what happens middle of the season and on.
When you see Thief River Falls tonight, what do you expect overall to see from them?
They're competitive, they don't let the ball drop, and they put up a fight. So I hope we are ready to battle and we come out strong and play our game and not worry about what they're doing.
All right, Coach, anything else like that at all?
No.
All right, and that's Yellowjacket head coach Paige Thompson right here on the 549 Media Network.
Since 1980, more families have trusted Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. Our dedicated agents have a deep understanding of the area.
We live here, and our kids go to school here. Let us find the perfect home for you and your family, or lean on our knowledge and marketing to sell your home. Find out how Chivers delivers right here in Perham. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust means everything. That's why Kyle Van Dyke and his team at Horace Mann are proud to serve local families every day. Whether it's retirement solutions or protecting your home, vehicle, or your family legacy, you'll get friendly, personalized support that you can count on. Call 218-236-6665 and see how Horace Mann can help you move forward with confidence.
Buying or selling a home is about more than a transaction. It's about finding the right people to guide you. The Real North team combines old school values with today's best technology to help you every step of the way. They're local, they answer the phone, they know the Lakes area, and they work tirelessly to get you results. Call Real North at 218-770-0503. The Real North team. Let's get to work.
Well, welcome back into the Hive as we get ready to go for night number 1 here on the Perham Health pregame show. Lance, should be a fun one tonight. Familiar opponents always kicking off the year. Thief River Falls and the Yellowjackets getting ready to do battle tonight here on the Hive Parents Night. And everything going on here tonight. It's been a fun one as you're watching the Perham Health pregame show.
Well, and you mentioned Thief River Falls, and it's so interesting to have an opponent that's 2+ hours away. And I think really in the last few years, you can consider them a rivalry, going from boys basketball to volleyball to football. Most sports in there, wrestling, you just can't leave any of them out. It's been a rivalry, and I honestly think it's one of those rivalries that bring out the best in both schools. You go there and the gym's packed. You come here, teams are ready to play against each other. So I would expect nothing but that tonight as we watch both teams. And I really believe you have to look at Perham wanting to get out to a quick start, pass the ball well, get into their system offense, especially with the leadership they have in juniors and seniors. And I don't think it goes much further, Jason, than Cam Coast, who's shown for years now. She seems like one of those names you wonder, is graduation coming? And she's still only a junior, so she just brings that calmness to the floor, and she really is a floor general.
And you mentioned that with her setting ability, she also has a couple of weapons to distribute the ball to. One is senior Addie Hack, who's going on to play at the next level next year at the University of Minnesota Crookston, and we'll have a new head coach who's already started the season there, a very familiar face there in Kathleen Rustad leading Crookston. And you look at that, you throw in Addie Hackle, you have Jocelyn Griffin on the outside, Joby Larson, amongst others. You have some good array of hitters that Coast is able to distribute the ball to.
Well, I think they have depth. I think that you can go, the names you mentioned, Greta Gillespie in the middle. You can get into a good rotation where nobody's going to get tired and they're all going to be able to get to the net. And along with that, you talk about the defensive edge of it, of their length and their size. That double block was pretty tough last year for the Yellowjackets. It was one of the improvements I saw from week 1 to the end of the season, how they got to the net and how they made it tough on the opposing hitters. I imagine that's something they've continued here in the offseason.
Well, Lance, you talked about both offense and defense, and that's why you always butter both sides of the pancake.
I guess I've never done that, so I must be the odd one out here, but I do believe that you have to perform on both sides of the ball here, so to speak, for the Yellowjackets to be successful. The other thing that I do like is as you watch them swing right hand, left hand, you can kind of get your matchups how you want them, and if Cameron Coast is on, you're watching a little bit of a display in practice here. The Yellowjackets are really swinging more freely than they were even last year, and that comes with that veteran assist here.
Quick look at our starting lineups for the Yellowjackets. Senior centers Cameron Coast. Kyla Wolf is a senior defensive specialist. Joey Larson, senior outside hitter. Greta Gillespie, sophomore middle block and also an outside hitter. Jocelyn Griffin on the opposite is a junior. If they are in receive, it will be Natalie Flatto in the back row. And then Addie Hackle, senior middle block for the Yellowjackets. Are starting lineups. Head coach Paige Thompson in her third year. She's assisted by Tiffany Hemberger, Lainey Wacker, and Allison Kyle. For the Prowlers will be a sophomore center, Kendall Zaire, a sophomore outside hitter, Adrian Solheim, a senior right side, Kenzie Reynolds, a senior right side, Lila Gallagher, a senior outside, Taylor Berg, and a senior middle hitter, Karina Bakken. For the Prowlers of Thief River Falls.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night, and one of the things that I think is so interesting in volleyball, I think you just gotta play loose, and it looks sometimes warming up like, don't you have your game faces on? But I don't think you can get all uptight and play your best in volleyball. So the Yellowjackets have to come in really confident tonight, and I think just put your foot on the gas and keep going, and you know that you're facing an opponent in the Prowlers that are going to come in here and they want to hit the victory as well and kick off their season.
We're moments away from the start of tonight's broadcast and contest here on the 549 Media Network. We'll take a quick time out as a pregame show brought to you by Perham Health rolls on here on the 549 Media Network.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
Whether you're grabbing fuel, a hot cup of coffee, or your favorite snack, Lakes Community Cooperative's C-stores have you covered. With friendly faces, convenient locations, and the service you trust, we're your quick stop that feels like home. Lakes Community Cooperative, your co-op, our community.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at perhamrealestate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
At Nias Family Sales, our experienced mechanics are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. With 10 service bays, the service department at Nias Family Sales can work on all makes and models. Our experienced mechanics can do everything from oil changes, tire repairs, brake service, engine and transmission repair, and much more. Schedule your vehicle today. Call 218-346-5976 or visit the Nias Family Sales Service Center at 610 East Main Street in Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware. You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware, right here in downtown Perham.
Welcome back into the Hive. You're number 3 on the 549 Media Network. Looking forward to what should be a fun night as you take a different angle. Watching the Yellowjackets as they warm up serving, getting ready for the starting lineups here in the Hive. It's going to be a fun one tonight between these two teams. And momentarily, we're going to get ready to send it down courtside with our public address announcer, Mr. Arleo.
To the Hive here on the beautiful campus of Perham High School. And for tonight's Section 8AA volleyball matchup between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Prowlers of Thief River Falls, and your home team, the Perham Yellowjackets. Perham Schools welcomes you to this Minnesota State High School League event, and we urge you to practice good sportsmanship. Please let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Again, thank you for your attendance and cooperation. At this time, we request that you please rise, remove your headgear, face the flag, and sing along as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Now let's meet the players from both teams. Starting with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Prowlers of Thief River Falls. Our reserves, number 1, Jordan Shervin. Number 4, Lexi Walseth.
Number 5, Betsy Geyser. Number 6, Dav King. Number 9, Bella Hoglow. And number 12, Harper Bacon. Let's now meet the starters for the Prowlers. Number 2, Kendall Zaire. Number 3, Adrian Solheim. Number 7, Kenzie Reynolds. Number 8, Lila Gallagher. Number 10, Taylor Berg. The libero tonight, number 11, Riley Browse. And number 14, Karina Bakken. Assistant coaches, Madeline Johnson, Janae Erickson, Matea Erickson, and head coach, Hannah Lund. Now, let's meet the home team on the scoreboard, the Perham Yellowjackets. Starting with the reserves, number 2, Eve Foltz. Number 4, Haley Drews. Number 5, Mia Zacharias. Number 7, Bryn Freeland. Number 8, Leah Urbach. Number 12, Natalie Flatto. Number 13, Hallie Brudvig. And number 15, Reagan Hemberger. Now let's meet the starters. Number 1, Cameron Coast. The libero, number 3, Sophie Nelson. Number 6, Kyla Wolf. Number 9, Jovi Larson. Number 10, Greta Gillespie. Number 11, Jocelyn Griffin. And number 14, Addie Hackle. Assistant coaches, Tiffany Hemberger, Lady Wacker, Emily Paulson, manager Tucker Kyle, and head coach, Miss Paige Thompson. Good luck to both teams, and let's play some volleyball.
I'd like to thank Arleon with your starting lineups here on the 549 Media Network as we get ready to go for this one. We thank you for tuning in tonight. What should be a fun contest between the Yellowjackets and the Prowlers. Scott Ludio and Mr. Mark Thompson are your officials tonight. Dana Johnson, Dana Kennedy on the lines. And the Yellowjacket student section fired up, getting ready to go for this one. As Riley Browse comes in, she's a libero for Thief River Falls. Yellowjackets, Sophie Nelson, the libero for the Yellowjackets, will get ready to come in momentarily as well, as we thank you for tuning in on the 549 Media Network. Year 3, game number 1 of what is a busy first week. Lance, I know you all know full well tomorrow, day off a little bit practice-wise still, but then back on the air Thursday night, early start, Yellowjackets taking on Park Rapids football action. And don't forget the volleyball team's in action as well on Thursday. They're at Wadena Deer Creek taking on the Wolverines. Yellowjackets will have the serve to start, and it'll be Cam Coast to serve for the Yellowjackets to get the season underway. We wait for the official signal, and there it is. Coast with the serve. Nice one into the back row. Pass across there. Left-hand attack across there by Solheim. Dug up, though, by the Yellowjackets. Tackle sends that over. An opportunity here for Thief to get that first point. Another strong attack there, but that one's sent wide by Zaire. And the Yellowjackets get the first point of 2026.
Well, both teams come out attacking. You gotta like that right out of the chute. Yellowjackets look crisp.
Goes with that strong serve, going cross court, and there's Hackle. But a nice return now. Griffin tries a launch. Set back near side, another left-hand attack, and that one's down. Kendall Zaire gets that one to even it up at 1.
Yeah, quick start for both teams. You like their aggressiveness. I'm impressed with the Prowlers already. Usually that hit from Hackle does not find its way back across the net.
Solheim with a nice serve. Back set here for Hackle. And just like that, Lance, she gets her first kill, the senior, on the board for the Yellowjackets. Addie Hackle, sorry, Lance.
Yeah, and I would have to figure you're going to see a heavy dose of Addie Hackle serving her and then mixing in. It's a talented cast that the Yellowjackets have, and their ability to swing is going to put a lot of stress on the opposing D.
Hackle to serve. As you get the different angles, we're trying a few different things out to start the new year. Nice attack there again by Zare. Now Gillespie over the net. Lifted or played up there by Berg, excuse me. Now it comes back to her, but she mishits it. And the errant hit gives the Yellowjackets a 3-1 lead on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
A lot of confidence by the Yellowjackets, right? And a good, I don't want to jinx that serve, but it seems like they've tried to take a little off the serve and place it a little bit more right now, and it's working.
That's one of the things Paige Thompson talked about in the pregame, and there's Greta Gillespie powering one down. Is serve receive is going to be the key for this Yellow Jacket squad. I know we've talked about it every year that we've been on here, no matter who the head coach is, but that's going to be key, and I know that's one of the emphasis from head coach Paige Thompson in year number 3.
Well, certainly if you can serve and place it where you want to, you put the opposing defense at odds right away. And then likewise, if you receive and you're passing well, man, that's a dangerous combination early in the season.
And I'm sure Thief River Falls head coach Hannah Lund is thinking the same thing. She'll take that one on the air and hit. Hannah Lund in her 6th year with the Prowlers leading the charge there. Harley Browns will now serve. Again, late start if you're just tuning in. The B squad and the JV games both went long, and there is Jocelyn Griffin looking for the tip. And there is no tip. It's going to be 4-3 on the attack that goes out.
And again, both officials with the earpiece tonight, so communication can happen pretty easily between the two, and it's probably constant conversation.
Zacharias into the game. Nice attack there, but dug up in the back row. Now double blocked at the net on the attempt there by Berg. Nelson there for the Yellow Jackets. Now Hackle. Zacharias will send it over. And in the middle, as Hackle's there. Gillespie again. That one's just too far. But the Prowlers end up getting called for the double hit. And it's 5-3 in favor of the Yellow Jackets.
Again, an early indication for me is what I'm looking for is the back row play for the Yellow Jackets. Are they able to, is Cameron Coast able to limit her steps? And if she's able to do that, as we get an ace serve there by Gillespie, if she's able to do that, I think they can be really dangerous, because now you're able to move your offense in system and get them where you want to hit the ball.
6-3 Yellow Jackets on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. That one sent over on a nice serve by Gillespie. Again, the attack just drops that one into Zare. She gets her second kill unofficially of the night, makes it 6-4.
And again, it just goes to show the Prowlers hit there. It doesn't always have to be that really hard hit. If you can place it where the opposing team is not, and they did just that, the Prowlers in that back row.
But the Yellow Jackets counter right back. Leading 7-4. We thank you for tuning in here tonight at the Hive. Now Jocelyn Griffin will serve. The lefty who brings a lot of power to her game. Goes with off speed on that spin there to the far side on that serve. A nice attack back. Nelson is there. Goes set there, far side. That's Larson, dug up though in the back row. Again on the attack, trying to swing, but a block is there as Berg, as that comes back. And the Yellow Jackets lead 8-4.
We talked about it in the pregame, the ability of the Yellow Jackets really to get that double block in place last year was so key as another ace serve. Yellow Jackets off to a really, really good start in this young season. It's like the officials are going to talk to maybe both setters in this case.
That'll be the captains of each team.
Relaying a message to everybody.
And now Griffin will serve. Now launched over softly, but Nelson is there. There's Hackle in the back row. Played up by Browns, now far side again. Nice swing, but a better save there by Griffin. Yellow Jackets able to get the roll off the tape to keep it alive. But Thief River will get the point. It's 9-5.
Well, there was a little bit, using the baseball analogy, they came with every pitch they had there. A little roll shot to start with, then a cross court with a little hard, and then tap it down the line. So nice job mixing up what they're doing are the Prowlers. Nice cross court. They're looking for the tip. No tip as the judges, the officials look at each other, confirm it, point to the Prowlers.
Now serving will be Taylor Berg as the Yellow Jackets lead 9-6. Nelson goes with the set there. They're going to go with the tip hack in the back row. Hackle, good option usually. And it goes far side in the set. Now attack. Nelson with the diving save to keep it alive. Now she punches it back over. Reynolds had that attack there. Now a big swing cross court is Solheim, and she buries it for the kill. It's 9-6 or 9-7, excuse me.
Well, you gotta, if you're a Prowler fan, you gotta be pretty pleased you weathered that first storm when it was 9-4, I believe. You come right back swinging. Yellow Jackets looking for that back set, even a back row hit there by Hackle.
Larson there, played up by Berg. Now get another swing there is Solheim into the nets, and Thief River Falls on a roll. It's 9-8 now.
Yeah, first time I really saw the Yellow Jackets out of system there, Jason. They just kind of, that cross lefty hit, cross court really did some damage. Again, early tests for the Yellow Jackets. When things are going right, things seem to continue to go right. Right now, they're kind of a couple miss hits, a couple miss plays. Thief River Falls Prowlers now putting on a little pressure.
Deep serve and long there by Berg. Yellow Jackets take the lead back at 10-9, and now Kyle Wolf will go back to the back row and serve.
Interesting, the rotations early on through the year. We'll kind of stay tuned to these, as the Yellow Jackets have been known to switch that up as well.
And a strong hit, no tip there on the attack by Solheim. It goes long. It's 11-9. Well, head coach Paige Thompson has shown in the past she does have a quick trigger. If need to make a substitution, she'll make that change.
Well, and we're so early on in the season, but I do agree with you, Jason. And one of the things that both of these little runs have been fueled by unforced errors right now. So look who can do that. And just as we speak, there's another one.
As Larson sends that one long, it's 11-10. Even match, we kind of expected it would be here on night number one. Both teams went through the delays of an extended previous lower games and then parent night, and they're ready to go. But that one goes to the net. The Yellow Jackets will take advantage at 12-10.
Well, everything is different today, and you don't think it makes a difference, but it certainly does. Just a day of school, being in a different situation. Thief River getting on the bus and driving here. Everything changes what you've been doing in camp. So expect a little rust, but wait for the team that gets hot here.
Hackle up to the attack. That goes just long. Say a nice job by King there, keeping it alive for Thief River Falls. It's now 12-11 as Lexi Wolseth will serve. Wolf on the receive. Gillespie gets the set and the kill as she buries that one home, and the Yellow Jackets lead 13-11. One thing you talk about, yes, both these teams have scrimmage, but one of the things that are different is you're getting on the bus at 6, 7 in the morning to make that trip for your scrimmages. It's not used to getting on at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock as you are for a day like today.
Well, and you usually have your parents involved and nobody else. And as you've seen in our camera switches, thanks to you, Jason, there are a lot of Perham Yellowjackets here tonight.
Hackle with the attack off the block. She gets the kill. Yellowjackets lead 14-11. Activities in full swing. The Perham New York Mills tennis team was in action today, hoping to get results from that one. You also had the Brave Like Gabe event. The results flowed through our ticker earlier today in the pregame show. So a lot of events going on in this early first week, and the Yellowjackets are in the net. 14-12, and Thief River Falls trying to hold off a little bit of the momentum and the run from the Yellowjackets. Nelson there to Coast in the middle for Gillespie. Nice save there in the back row by Solheim again. Sent over. The Yellowjackets didn't have an opportunity. Here's Gillespie with the big hit, but it's just long. Nice read there by the Prowlers along the far side. They read the power on that one. Were able to get out of the way.
Well, one of the things I think Coach Thompson might be the most at the film is these unforced errors off of a free, meaning that it wasn't hit over real forcefully by the Thief River Falls Prowlers. And there's an example, a tap over, set it up, get yourself a good, secure hit. Yellowjackets haven't taken care of that yet tonight.
Did see with these camera angles that we're trying, I'm going to have to work on the settings on both cameras on the darkness and the depth. And we'll get that figured out as the season rolls on. There's Griffin with a nice attack. But even nice play there by Gallagher to keep it alive. Coast, far side, Gillespie. Played up there by Browse, excuse me. Now it's set back over. Coast with the set here in the middle. Hackle gets that one through, and you can tell Thief River Falls well scouted. They have that double block on, but Hackle was able to put that one down.
Well, and there's the win that we're talking about. When it's sent over, out of system play by the Prowlers, hit over freely. Yellowjackets took control there, and what a better way to do that is to go to Hackle.
And then serve receive plays a big role again, and it's now 15-all on your Hilltop Plumbing scoreboard. Gross will serve. Hackle there, Coast for Griffith, goes cross court. Looked like there was a tip at the net, but there was not. Our angle a little bit different, and it's now 16-15. Thief River Falls is taking the lead.
I think it was just the net. It hit off the net. Oh, they are going to talk.
It's
standard.
Standard has been an issue throughout today.
Looks like maybe they're
going to try to set the standard, and we'll be back when we come back when that's taken care of, hopefully.
They go where you go. They're your wingman. Your, I should get this thing checked out support system. Who knows? They may even be your +1. Or should we say +4? These are your tires. Small town, large city, winter, summer. Every destination and every type of weather. At OK Tire Store and Service, we go the extra mile so you can add some extra miles. See us for tires, preventative maintenance, and more. OKTireInc.com.
We're back live. The standard is set by Perham Activities Director Aaron Anderson, and now we get ready to go. As it will be Brother Browns to serve again. 16-15 in favor of the Prowlers, and that one goes just long. And the service game is going to make it fun for both teams at 16-16.
Well, and you talked about these scrimmages, a lot of them, there's multi-games going on at once. This is the only show in town right now. Sometimes it changes your depth perception just a little bit.
There's Zacharias on the attack, played up. Left hand trying to get it over, going into the net there was Gallagher. Check confirmation. Kendall Zarin has some ties to Perham, Beth Windjam's daughter, and also the grandparents of the granddaughter of Ed and Sig. So Perham ties all the way around here in the Hive on both sides. Nice attack there by Zaire, as we mentioned.
Right on cue.
And Griffin sends that over. Now going to the back row, finding the opening there is Gallagher. She read that one perfectly, timed it out. I knew it was coming and drops it in. Ties it at 17. Serving will be Zare. Tough receive. Nelson there. The Yellowjacks will have to send it over. No one's there.
Yeah, again, if this one doesn't go the way of the Yellowjackets, you're going to look at those unforced errors tonight as really being what has hurt them the most.
Prowlers will serve Zare again. 19-17. Tough serve, tough receive. The ace, 20-17. Won't be surprised if we see a timeout. We do. Yellowjackets will take it, trailing 20-17. We'll be back on the 549 Media Network.
At Perham Health, there's more behind exceptional care than meets the eye. It's about coming together to support, comfort, and care for our community every day. Behind every appointment, procedure, and recovery journey is a dedicated team. It's the warm welcome when you arrive, the skilled hands behind a test or treatment, and the encouragement that keeps you moving forward. Because at Perham Health, caring for our community is never the work of one person. It's the strength of a team united by compassion, dedication, and a commitment to those we serve.
Hey, it's Tucker again. When it comes to protecting what matters most, you want someone local and experienced. As an independent agency, we work for you. That means we can compare multiple insurance carriers to find the right coverage at the right price. And with so many changes happening in insurance today, having a trusted guide has never been more important. Let EOT Insurance help you navigate the market with confidence. EOT Insurance Agency. Local, experienced, and always on your side.
We come out of the EOT Insurance timeout. They deliver, and the Yellowjackets are open to deliver, trailing by 3 as Zare will serve. And Hackle now coast there. The back set in the middle for Zacharias. Tries to dump that over. A nice dig up there by Browse to keep it alive. Play at the net, and the Prowlers get the point. They lead by 4 now on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Yeah, what a run here by the Prowlers. Yellowjackets, I think, just have to take a deep breath here. Run what was called out of the timeout. Maybe it's hard to get Hackle going, but there's Griffin.
Just misses
missed that one, and it was coming with some power.
Looking at that near sideline, just misses that one. It's 22-17. Momentum on the Prowler sideline. Yellowjackets have one EOT Insurance timeout remaining. Thief River Falls has 2.
Well, it's a good spot here for the Yellowjackets with Hackle in the back. You've got to find somebody throughout the season when she's in the back row that's going to take the hit. They go to her in the back anyway.
Block back now, attack again. Coast there, Hackle passes it up. Griffin will send it over, but off the hand it drops. And a big one there for the Yellowjackets, 22-18. Gonna touch on, it's been a 6-2 run since it was tied at 16 for Thief River Falls, and Griffin into the net. And it really turned at 16-all.
Well, and it's been a combination in my eyes of two things. The Prowlers have really covered well. They're not leaving any spots on the floor open. Secondly, the Yellowjackets have way too many unforced errors right now. They just need to start swinging away here. They got a tough hill to climb.
Just missing the line here is Reynolds. That's 23-19.
You got to like that for the Prowlers, though. A lot of times you get to that point, Jason, we've seen a lot of teams go and try to play it safe and tip it. They did not. They swung away cross court.
Wolf will serve. Now the set near side. Big attack by Solheim. And it's the Yellowjackets into the net as Nelson tried to play that up, and it's set points for Thief River Falls.
Really impressed with the Prowlers, as you mentioned, their ages in the starting lineup and who they rotate. They've started out really strong, and there's an ace serve to win it.
They'll take set one, 25-19. We'll come back with your KLN intermission reports as the Prowlers lead 1-0 here on the 549 Media Network.
Peter's been taking our son to a new playground.
Trying to get in with the dads.
Lovely flannel. Where's it from? That thing's still broken? Hey, don't worry, pre-packed electrolytes for us.
The shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, they're a pretty tight-knit group, but nothing I haven't seen before. I was thinking this playground could use a dedicated dad zone. You never know with these dads. They love the Wily Wallaby. See you at the park tomorrow? They're great guys. We may go camping next week.
It'll be good to have him out of the house.
Buying or selling a home is about more than a transaction. It's about finding the right people to guide you. The Real North team combines old school values with today's best technology to help you every step of the way. They're local, they answer the phone, they know the Lakes area, and they work tirelessly to get you results. Call Real North at 218-770-0503. The Real North team. Let's get to work.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction. Your vision, our team.
Welcome back. You're watching your KLN Friendly Brands intermission report here between set 1 and 2. And so far it's been Thief River Falls with that late run to take charge. They win the first one 25-19. And it was a 9-3 run after it was tied at 16 that allowed the Prowlers to take this one.
Well, and if you go way back, the Yellowjackets were up like 9-4 to start this, and I thought they were really cruising along. And then it just like that, something changed, and I don't know if it was in the Prowlers or the Yellowjackets. I couldn't put my finger on that. But the Prowlers really took advantage of what the Yellowjackets gave them. And being an optimistic team, a lot of times will lead you to a lot of wins. And don't get me wrong, the Prowlers hit the ball well. They strike it well. They're really good in system, but I think the Yellowjackets maybe expect a little more.
We take a look. Second set coming up here on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Make sure to stay tuned to the United Community Bank post-game show. We'll have your New Horizons Realty Player of the Game. That's all coming up in our post-game show, brought to you by United Community Bank, one of the many great sponsors of Yellow Jacket activities on the 549 Media Network. And if you're interested in jumping on board, send myself an email. It's jgroth@perham.k12.mn.us.
We'd love to have you aboard, be a part of this. It's been a great thing, and we sure enjoy bringing these high school events into your living rooms.
Been an exciting day one, and the Yellow Jackets are hoping now to battle back from some adversity here. As the Prowlers using the full 3 minutes.
Get to take a look at the Yellow Jacket, most of the student section in there in full force, doing a really good job cheering on their team.
Great to see that, and we talked about Yellow Jacket sports teams and activities all around across the board supporting each other, and you're seeing that here tonight. As Kendall Zaire will start with the serve. Played up there by Flatto. Now it'll be Gillespie off the block. That drops down for the Yellow Jackets. They take an early 1-0 lead.
Successful, whether it was meant to be the soft roll hit or not. But for the Yellow Jackets, I think you need to keep swinging away. And when things don't go well, it's be interesting to see how they come out in set number 2 here.
Nice double block there by the Yellow Jackets again. But the off-ball hit there by Backen drops in, and that's one of those tough ones out of system, and then drops and finds inside the sideline.
And there's nothing that you can really do but tip your cap to the Prowlers. That was just a great play. A cross-court tip is not something you're looking for, and Now a little bit of what happened to the Yellowjackets. You make a really nice play, follow it up with the serve into the net. Hackle with a really nice serve right there. Big hit, block, but right back and out of bounds. So point back to the Prowlers. Bakken at the service line for the Prowlers. Really nice. That's one of the first time we've seen that setup. Griffin being left-handed on our right-hand side, coming down right down the line. It's so pretty when it happens because it catches that defense off guard.
Gillespie will serve. Yellowjackets up 3-2 in the early going. That's sent over there by Reynolds. Yellowjackets retreating, and Thief River Falls a chance to go on the attack. And a nice block there at the net. Zacharias and Larson now. Zacharias with the kill attempt. Browsey is there to keep it alive now. Near side left-hand swing by Solheim. Kept alive again. Punched up by Gillespie, but unable to get to it. And there to bury that one is Reynolds. We're all square at 3 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Yeah, and again, if you notice, by the time that got done volleying back and forth, both teams were both inside that first yellow line, and any tap back was going to be really tough, and this one sent long.
Griffin tried to find the far sideline in the front court. That will allow Wellseth to serve into the net. Or for an ace, excuse me.
Yeah,
she finds
one of those. If you could bottle that, Jason, that would be a thing of beauty. Where it hits the net, looks like it's going to stay on their own side, sneaks its way over with the power.
Griffin plays that one coast now to Zacharias in the middle. Nice save there. Now King, double block. Now left hand, and that is there again. Kendall's there. We've made it 6-3.
Such a game of confidence and roller coasters of emotion is volleyball. And right now, the Prowlers are riding high, and they're just attacking on every single thing that they can.
Far side, that's Larson on the kill.
Great answer.
Now we have a stoppage as we'll have a substitution. Lila Gallagher will come in for Thief River Falls as Jocelyn Griffin will serve. And now we have a meeting with Coach Mr. Mike Thompson and Senior Taylor Berg, and that's all squared away. Griffin with the serve, going to the near side. Back set there, and Solheim will play it over the Yellowjackets. Big opportunity here, and Coast trying to dump it over, but reading it right away was Gallagher. There. The Yellowjacks pass it up. Here's Larson sending it over. Finds the sideline for a kill. Jovi Larson makes it 6-5.
Yeah, nice series there. A couple series by Larson, just taking what the Prowler defense is giving you, and sometimes when things aren't going so easy, you just have to do that. Griffin back at the service line.
And that one drops, and Thief River Falls will take advantage, leading 7-5.
Yeah, Zier with another hit, and they're just swinging away, and they too, like the Yellowjackets are able to come from a right-handed hitter to a left-handed hitter, and I have to believe, knowing baseball, that spin is different coming from a right-hander or a left-hander.
And there's Solheim with the ace to make it 8-5. Kind of like those broken bat singles that, just can change a game. So it's 8-5.
Certainly can break some hearts, that's for sure.
Larson punches that over. On the near side it goes. Punch back over by Berg. Back row attack. Hackle just too far. and too strong, and it's now 9-5.
Well, I like, Jason, that the Prowlers have kind of went away from just tipping it over. They are going with a roll shot, which sends it a little deeper. Doesn't allow the Yellowjackets to get up close and personal to the net. Forces them to stretch their offense just a little bit.
And another nice attack again. You mentioned that. That's Berg with the attack. That leads to an EOT Insurance timeout. It's all Prowlers. They lead 10-5. We'll be back in 30.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you want someone local and experienced. EOT Insurance Agency has been serving the community for over 40 years, insuring home, auto, farms, businesses, and all your recreational toys. As an independent agency, we don't work for just one company, we work for you. EOT Insurance Agency, local, experienced, and always on your side.
Welcome back to the Hive. Thief River Falls leading 10-5 on set number 2. They took set 1, 25-19, as you see on our Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Yeah, they're playing with confidence right now, Jason, and probably the most dangerous player in any sport that you play is the confident one. And right now they are holding all that deck of cards. The Yellowjackets, I'm sure, in their huddle drew up something here. Wouldn't be surprised even a back set to Hackle here.
It's going to be Zacharias having to send it over as a tough receive on the serve. King is blocked at the net. Coast and Zacharias there. Coast will get the block.
Yeah, the set just a little bit towards the net side and just had to stretch a little bit too far. That might have been dangerous if that would have been a perfect set.
Kyle Wolf will serve for the Yellowjackets. Into the back row. Nice serve there. But King set perfectly. Nelson's able to keep it alive. Now Hackle in the middle. Direction buries it for a kill. Addie Hackle, the big one there for the Yellowjackets.
Boy, and they needed rotation for her to come back to the front line. Just that veteran presence. I know there's lots of seniors out there, but she's one that's played in a lot of matches. It's nice to see her back in the front line.
Wolf to serve. Big swing. Wolf keeps it alive. Coast now to Larson. Played up there by Solheim. Now they go to Zare. And she splits the difference in the back row. Makes it 11-7.
Boy, I don't know how this is going to end up, but I'm impressed with the pieces that the Prowlers have. Even watching in warm-ups, it seemed a little more dynamic with the Yellowjackets. But now that they're in rhythm here, they're really swinging well.
Tackle too long. Yellowjackets hoping for a tip. They get the tip call. It was called right away, so it's 11-8.
And it's one of those, it's a 3-point difference right now, Jason, but it really seems like the Prowlers are further ahead in this one. So look for the Yellowjackets to make a run.
Zara at the net, block, keeps it alive, push back over. Coast there to set, going to Gillespie. Bunched up, nice attack and tracked down there by Browse. Prowlers send it back. Yellowjackets opportunity, and it's Addie Hackle on the slide and gets the kill. It's 11-9. And a much needed kill there for Addie Hackle and the Yellowjackets.
Right, it just brings life to, and she's so consistent with that hit. It just brings some life back in, and here come the Yellowjackets.
Larson with the serve. Nice read by Hackle. Punched over. Trying to keep it alive with a diving effort was Flatto, but it just lands right in front of her, and it's 12-9 Thief River Falls here in the second set from the Hive.
Prowlers really see on the floor well and where the openings are, and that one served a little short.
Prowlers might be advocating for a late start tomorrow. Long drive back tonight. I know that happened to the Yellowjackets as well last year going up to Thief River Falls. Coast with the serve. That's assuming they've started school up there in Thief this week. as Gillespie attack Browns, keeps it alive. Big swing there by Berg. Put down by Hackle, but kept alive by Zaire. Now a double block at the net. It drops in. That's Hackle with Gillespie. Hackle got the most of it. And it's 12-11.
Well, you talk about that roller coaster, and we're on that ride right now as the Yellowjackets all of a sudden just kind of seem dead in the water. Now back to life. Here they come within a point.
Nice block attempt there at the net. Got the Prowlers reeling a little bit. And just as I say that, Adrian Solheim says, I got you covered. I'm going to bury this, and it's 13-11.
Well, like the Yellowjackets, the Prowlers they're multifaceted. It's not like you're going to one specific player, so hard to get that double block when you're not sure really where it's coming from.
Nice play there to keep it alive by Browse on a strong hit by Gillespie. They'll go to her again. Browse does it again. But the Yellowjackets have an opportunity here. Nelson with the pass up to Coast. Coast goes to Griffin, and she buries it. Jocelyn Griffin with a nice kill there and makes it 13-12. She got a full swing on that one.
Yeah, and we've seen Griffin now starting to use, once you hit that down the line shot, it opens that whole floor because you're going to have that back row moving constantly now, guessing where she's hitting it to.
That one just inside the line. Kenzie Reynolds finding the back line. Keeps that Prowler lead in safe distance at 2 at 14-12. Off the tape on the serve by Backen. And now Griffin gets the attack there as Backen was unable to keep that alive. 14-13. The Yellowjackets get the service back, and open Sophie Nelson can go on a run in the back line on the service line.
Really haven't seen that tonight where Yellowjackets ran off 5 to 7 points, and it won't be this time either. And you notice I didn't say 6-7. That was so last year, according to my fifth graders.
I'm just, we have the discussion on almost every other broadcast about our announcer jinx, and it seems like I'm starting to turn around my view on that a little bit.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day or hear the day, one of the two.
As Griffin gets that one down 15-14. Gallagher will come back in. Griffin will serve. Well, that marathon baseball game we broadcast this summer that ended at about 12 o'clock had me thinking about that a little bit more.
You had to bring that one up, didn't you?
Definitely. A nice read there by Coast, finding the far side. And it's 15-all on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. And this is the time in set one that we saw Thief River Falls go on the run and rattle off the victory. Hopefully the Yellowjackets, for their fans here in attendance, can do the same thing. And now, just as I say, that's into the net on the serve.
Just chalk up one more to switching you over to my side on the announcer jinx.
Solheim to serve. That one's long.
Neither team really helping themselves out here, and whatever your quote was at the beginning about both sides of the pancake, it's even now, as they certainly are both teams struggling to find that service line consistency.
Wolf with a nice serve there. King way able to rise up and bury that one, and she put that one down for the kill, making it 17-16. It was this point last set, 16-all. Thief River Falls went on that 9-3 run to close it out. Gallagher, the strong serve. Nelson, good read though off the receive. Here's Hackle and the kill. We're tied at 17.
Well, and that stops a lot of runs when you have somebody in the middle like that. And again, it's going to be the play that maybe will get forgotten is Sophie Nelson and your call of reading. You see her quickness on the basketball floor. It just got put on display right there as she went from back line to front line and saved the point for the Yellowjackets.
Berg goes into the net. And the Yellowjackets lead by 1. On the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard, Jovi Larson to serve. Winning time, winning points. We've kind of touched on in every sport that we broadcast. It's one of those moments now as Berg going for the attack, sends that one long. Wolf, last second adjustment on that one, and that leads to an EOT insurance timeout here on the 549 Media Network. We'll be back.
Honor Flight Food for Flight is back at United Community Bank every Friday in September. A different food truck will be coming to United Community Bank as we raise money for Honor Flight of Minnesota and North Dakota. Honor Flight has flown over 300,000 veterans to Washington, D.C. for free. All donations made in September will be matched by United Community Bank 100%. Join us as we raise money for Honor Flight Food for Flight every Friday in downtown Perham from 11 till 2.
United Community Bank.
Lakes Community Cooperative, we believe energy should come with something extra, trust. Whether you need propane for your home, farm fuel, or dependable delivery, we've got you covered. With hometown service and reliable supply, we're more than a provider. We're your neighbor. Lakes Community Cooperative, your co-op, our community.
We're out of the EOT insurance timeout. A little bit of a delay as the coach of Thief River Falls is talking things over with the down official right now. Don't have mics down there. We can't really fill you in on what that discussion is.
We might have to go to our sideline reporter, Arlie Ohm, to find out what's going on down there.
And now they'll talk to head coach Paige Thompson.
Here I was giving you grief that we wouldn't be back from the commercial break in time, and here we are.
The EOT insurance timeout extends on. Both coaches appear good with the explanations of what's going on, and Larson will serve out of the EOT insurance timeout.
And it brings me back to Wayne and Garth. Game on.
As Sarah was going for the near sideline, misses that line. And it's 20-17 Yellowjackets.
Bet you never thought you'd hear that reference, would you?
No, I did not expect that one tonight. Larson long on the serve, 20-18. Pendle's to serve. Wolf on the receive. Now Hackle will go with the tap over. Berg goes cross court. Nelson there. Goes to set for Hackle. Tries to go far side. Kept alive by Zare. Now that's Reynolds. Ghost going far corner. Finds the line. Drops it in. Just paints the line, does Cameron Coast.
That's what I was going to say. You couldn't have drawn it up. And you couldn't have thrown it to that spot. She did just a great job. It landed right smack dab on that beautiful yellow line we have over there.
Now Coast to serve. Wolf comes back to play. Griffin sends it over. Thief River Falls attack to the middle. That was Bakken. Now it's going to go to Griffin. Browse keeps it alive. Far side the attack. That's Reynolds. Nelson there. Ghost jump set for Griffin backside, and Griffin the kill on the Yellowjackets, the lead at 22-18. We'll see if head coach Hannah Lund uses her second timeout. But it's 22-18. Always something that we navigate and we discuss every year. We both would probably be out of them right now. That one sent long, and it's coming. Timeout. EOT insurance timeout. No, it's a switch of a point on a tip. Apologize for that. Coach had her hand up. She was calling for the tip. I thought she was calling for the timeout. Instead, she was right. It's 22-19. Serving will be Burke. Coast. Far side, Griffin just misses. Well, that's why we're up here talking and not using timeouts. 22-20, Thief River Falls now on a little run.
Yeah, I would burn through timeouts. I guess I don't understand the sport as much as I'd like to believe I do, but again, another service error, another unforced error. It's really been the story of set one for the Yellowjackets, now set two for the Prowlers.
Now Eddie Hackle to serve. Nice low line serve. No one there after Berg tried to put it up at set point for the Yellowjackets, 24-20.
Man, and you saw the emotion out of the Prowlers. Now you're seeing that same emotion from the Yellowjackets, and the tide has turned.
Blocked at the net. Yellowjackets take set two. They win this one 25-20 here on the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. We'll be back. Yellowjackets and the Prowlers tied at 1.
At Hilltop Lumber, we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
We are family owned and operated, serving the Lakes area since 1988. Though Hilltop Lumber is our name, we're much more than that. We provide superior consulting and design, accurate estimates, thorough product knowledge, and on-time delivery. We have a full range of building supplies from windows, doors, decking, and siding to hardware, tools, paints, and stains. Take the stress out of building and let us help you find the perfect products for your project. Hilltop Lumber. We help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust means everything. That's why Kyle Van Dyke and his team at Horace Mann are proud to serve local families every day. Whether it's retirement solutions or protecting your home, vehicle, or your family legacy, you'll get friendly, personalized support that you can count on. Call 218-236-6665 and see how Horace Mann can help you move forward with confidence.
Love you, Pumpkin.
He'll be back. He has to bring people the food. 4 dogs. So they can be healthy. Like you. And make people happy. Like me.
At Perham Health, there's more behind exceptional care than meets the eye. It's about coming together to support, comfort, and care for our community every day. Behind every appointment, procedure, and recovery journey is a dedicated team. It's the warm welcome when you arrive, the skilled hands behind a test or treatment, the encouragement that keeps you moving forward. Because at Perham Health, caring for our community is never the work of one person. It's the strength of a team united by compassion, dedication, and a commitment to those we serve.
Welcome back. KLN Intermission Show rolling on right now. We're tied at 1 after the Yellowjackets respond. They drop set 1, 25-19, but come back, win set 2, 25-20, and they hold that edge right now on the Prowlers and have that momentum on their side. It should be a very interesting set number 3 coming up here between the Prowlers and the Yellowjackets. Both teams have had great attacks tonight, and limiting the unforced errors will be the key. As we get ready for set number 3, serving will be Cameron Coast for the Yellowjackets. And she'll come into your screen momentarily once we get the officials whistle to start play. And there it is. Coast to serve. Goes at Browns. Now sent over there by Gallagher. Set here in the middle. Hackle to kill, but does find the inside line. Does Addie Hackle, and the Yellowjackets strike first. Lead 1-0. And Coast will serve. Once we find the volleyball, and she has now have it in her possession. And Coast with another strong serve. Now the attack. Solheim going cross court. Just misses the line as it's now 2-0 favor the Yellowjackets. And what has been a marathon day and evening here at the Hive. Coast will serve on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Set there, King blocked. Comes back here near side, Zare blocked. But again, Thiefer Falls scrappy, keeping it alive. Back set, Griffin, she adjusts, gets that over. Zare far side, too far. Yellowjackets up 3-0.
Good start by the Yellowjackets. That life carrying over into the set 3 here.
Coast with the serve. Another nice one, gets the back row backing up a little bit. Now tough receive on that push over there by Thiefer Falls to get the first point of the night, 3-1. Make sure to tune in Thursday evening. Pregame show about 6:30. Yellowjackets, Park Rapids area. We'll have a full pregame show. We'll have an interview with head coach Jesse Hine as well as Park Rapids area head coach Jeremy Nordick to kick off our pregame show coverage of the Yellowjackets and the Panthers on Thursdays. That one goes long.
Yeah, looks like a little rain in the forecast maybe, but hopefully early. And we get some nice weather. Looks like mid-70s, so it should be fun. Serve over here. Yellowjackets out. Just a little bit deep there by the Prowlers. Right idea is the Yellowjackets were creeping up to the net.
We'll have to make sure to get the plastic bags to cover the new camera.
You were checking out my research, weren't you, on the weather conditions there?
I did not on that one, actually, as that one goes off the tape. And Eddie Hackle makes it 5-2. I believed you on the weather forecast.
Yeah, and one never knows looking at the app.
It changes every day. As Hackle will serve. That one off the block there by Berg. Kept alive. Hackle will send it over. Looking far side. Prowlers regroup. Zare, the attack. Coast keeps it up. And into the net to Zacharias' attempt. You know what? For 5 months in the summer, you kind of, as a manager of a baseball team in the area, you get tired of looking at weather apps. So tonight I just went with your word.
There you go.
Browns will serve.
It does change things.
Yellowjackets having to go deep to keep that alive. Back set there. Zare with the attack. Coast keeps it alive. Nelson sends it back over. Zare's going to attack on the hit number 2. Now Griffin through the block, kept alive. Another long rally. We've seen a few of these tonight. And this one goes the Yellowjackets' way. Griffin at the net.
Again, I don't want to make us sound smarter than we are because neither one of us would admit that that's the truth. But we did talk about that double block and how important it is for the Yellowjackets. I think it's one of the keys that's turned this whole game, this whole match around is their ability now to get to the net and really get a hand or really disrupt the offense of the Prowlers.
Griffin, when she is able to control that power, it's going to take that next step. That one just a little too strong.
Well, I really think it's timing, Jason. I think she's just not getting on top of it and getting that downward plane. And I think that's just early season things. We'll see that get taken care of in practice. I know Coach Thompson will be looking at film and straightening those things out.
That one is Berg through the block. Now 6-5.
Again, we're at that point you talk about, Jason, who's going to take that lead, build that momentum, and maybe see if it'll carry up. Neither team really, until later in the sets, really want to take hold of this thing.
I don't know if I want to say it now as that one goes just long. This has the feeling of 5 sets tonight. Hey, my jinx tonight has been off, so that could be.
Okay, we'll see what happens here.
We're going to test that one. Is Griffin with the strong serve. Berg from the back row sends that one long. Yellowjackets 8-5.
Guy talks me into being here, says early start, 7:15, doesn't start till 7:45. Then here we are. But a good 5-setter to open up the season. I'm sure Coach Thompson would really rather have this end early, but it has been a teeter-totter match so far.
Rocking with the attack. Nelson keeps it alive, and the miss hit there's Coast and Griffin miscommunicates, and it's 8-6.
There's been stretches that it's looked really good for both teams, and then there's times that you go, oh yeah, it's game number one. And I think you expect that as a coach. You know that it's not going to be the end of the season product. That's why you have lots of practices left.
That's now 8-7. As that one drops after the pass up was ignored and it dropped down in the open court.
I don't know if I've ever heard it put that way, but it's seeming that was fitting. I mean, it was exactly what had happened. But here we go again. You get a break. Let's be honest. That was a break for the Prowlers, and then you give it right back to the Yellowjackets.
Wolf will serve. Nice strong serve. Hitting the back row to attack, but another strong attack by Reynolds. The Yellowjackets unable to track it down. And just like that, the Prowlers are within one. And back in to serve, the senior middle hitter for the Prowlers. And sends that one just long. That's now 10-8. Joey Larson will serve. Set near side, King. Drops that one off the block and down, and both teams just, we talked about in the first set and the second set, not really getting that separation. You're not seeing the big 5-0, 6-0 runs from either team here tonight.
Well, and that was unfortunate for the Yellowjackets. King has shown power every time she is on the attack. There it was hit to her left, so she was kind of in an awkward position, and it just rolled off her hand into a spot where the Yellowjackets weren't. So pretty hard to defend that one.
Jordan Shervin to serve. Hackle gets that one softly over. King again. Full swing, blocked there. I was wondering, there it was, the 4-hit call. That's 11-9. Coast will serve.
Not ignoring you. I'm just watching.
I'm just kind of same boat. I wasn't thinking that. Back set, far side, Gillespie through the block, gets down. 12-9. It's night one for everyone.
That's exactly right. We have a timeout again.
That timeout brought to you by EOT Insurance. Let 11, we'll be back right here on the 549 Media Network. Yellowjackets in the lead.
Since 1980, more families have trusted Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. Our dedicated agents have a deep understanding of the area.
We live here and our kids go to school here. Let us find the perfect home for you and your family, or lean on our knowledge and marketing to sell your home. Find out how Chivers delivers right here in Perham. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
Welcome back. EOT Insurance timeout rolls on. Yellowjackets ready to go to the timeout, leading by 3. Thief River Falls hoping that will stem the tide a little bit for their side.
Well, let's hope we don't go to 5 for the Yellowjackets' sake, that it's a victory for them. But if you do, you start thinking about you're this early in the season, game one, stamina becomes a little bit like, are you ready to go this long? It's a lot more to it than what you think just watching these ladies. They're working really hard on the floor.
And the Yellowjackets are into the net.
one of the things, it's not as warm as it typically is in the Hive. So that helps. Sometimes it gets pretty warm in here, and that also leads to being able to continue. Oh, nice hit there.
Berg trying to catch the Yellowjackets. Now Gillespie King back, but this time she's in the nets. 13-10 Yellowjackets. You're right. It's a chilly evening on the track here on the Hive, which is great. But
where I'm sitting and the banners are blowing, I'm ready to get my winter coat. Jason's sitting over here to my left. No, it's all good. It's been a great night in the Yellowjackets. I'm waiting for that run, Jason, and I think if they can successfully do that at some point in this, you're going to see a whole different team. They're just waiting to have that where they can just separate one of these sets.
Far side, Zacharias in the net. 13-12. Prowlers crawling back. A timeout. It's been a run since. A 3-1 run for Thief. Zacharias Browse plays that. Set here, Zera again. Coast keeps it alive. Hackle there all the way. It goes to Gillespie. To Spa. And we're tied at 13. The timeout by Hannah Lund, an early one that we have seen tonight, has turned the momentum around.
Both of us fully endorse that early timeout, as history has shown. But it was a good one, and she must have sent something with her ladies as they've come out now here and they're back on the attack.
But the Yellowjackets, after this, will have an opportunity. Nelson to Coast, back set Griffin, and she powers it down, and there it is that we talked about. Jocelyn Griffin on a nice set by Coast, and Griffin buries it. The Yellowjackets back in front.
Griffin really seems to be more comfortable, or maybe that's where they go to her when she's on the right side attack offense for the Yellowjackets. You don't see her on that left side quite as much, being left-handed. So, again, they're starting to kind of define their roles here for the Jackets.
And an answer by the senior outside hitter, Taylor Berg. And now the answer was denied because they're saying it was out of rotation.
And it must have sufficed when they talked to the coaching staff, because there wasn't an argument or even a rebuttal as they went forward. But let's write that one down. That's a big point right now, other than being tied, taking a lead of 2.
Zara into the nets, and now it's a 3-point Yellowjacket lead. Nelson to serve. A nice one there, and now near side Berg with a big hit. Nelson keeps it alive. Coast going to Larson off the block. Larson gets it. It's 17-13. Won't be surprised if we see another timeout. Deeper Falls wondering about the tip at the net. Different angles on that one. It looked like up here it was pretty clear. Nelson with another serve. Set near side. Berg will readjust and tap it over. Now a better attack attempt, but it's waved at. Since that out of rotation, it's now the 5-0 run for the Yellowjackets.
And we don't even have to write it down to go back to that. That's the momentum swings that you just is so difficult to control when you're playing the game of volleyball.
Yellowjackets in the net. 18-14. Will that be the break the Prowlers are hoping for? And Azare will serve. Coast near side. Griffin adjusts and sets it over. Far side attack by Reynolds, kept alive. Griffin gets to it. Not enough power. It goes in the net. 18-15 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Again, it's just those little things early in the season to clean up for the Yellowjackets. They're on a roll. You get in the net, all of a sudden you re-give life to the Prowlers in unforced errors, which plagued the Yellowjackets in set number 1. Now coming back to leave the door open here for the Prowlers in set number 3.
Zare to continue to serve. And the Yellowjackets break the momentum. They now lead by 3 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Griffin will serve. Powerful serve there. Nice return by Berg. Bakken just over the block. Just enough, 19-17.
I'm almost speechless, Jason, which I know people at home it's hard for them to believe, but neither team just wants to take control of this one. They both had their opportunities and neither won, and here's another free over by the Yellowjackets, misplayed a little bit by the Prowlers.
Reynolds sends it over, now blocked at the net is Zacharias. Hackle will send it over, so the Prowlers have a chance here. They go with the big left-handed swing there by Solheim. And she gets it, and now it's 19-18.
And there's probably the best example when each team's played clean, things have went really well for them. When they're played out of system, not so well.
Larson misses the near sideline. We're 10-19 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Berg will serve. Hackle to Coast, tracks it down. Set over there by Zacharias. As trying to save that on the near side was Browse. Unable to get to it. It's 20-19. Yellowjackets take the lead. Wolf will serve. Gets Hackle to the front row for the Yellowjackets. And it's lost. 20-0 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
No offense to you, but I feel like you're on repeat here, Jay. It's the same scenario almost every time. You get something with good fortune and you just give it right back, and both teams are guilty of it right now.
And Larson sends it far side, unable to corral it. Are the Prowlers and the Yellowjackets retake the lead, 21-20. Now Larson will serve. Who wants to go on that final run in set 3? And it looks like, for the moment, Kenzie Reynolds. So we're tied at 21. But she'll check out in her rotation, and Jordan Shervin will serve. Coast, the set here. Hackle on the slide, goes softly and gets the kill. Nice adjustment, 22-21. Coast will now serve for the Yellowjackets. They lead by 1 on the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. The race to 25 must win by 2. Nice serve by Coast. And there for the easy kill. No, are they saying she's over the net or not? And they are, according to the scoreboard. Now they change. We might have a discussion on this one for sure. And there's a short one.
Into a timeout.
We'll be back. Yellowjackets by 2.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. With expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock. With people who know their stuff. Welcome to the home convenience store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware. You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware, right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters,
We'll get that in again for New Horizons Realty. We apologize. Both teams quickly out of that timeout. Coast will serve 23-21. Punched over by Zare. Gillespie there. Wolf will send it over. Opportunity for Thief River Falls. They're going to Zare. Or excuse me, the nice kill there by Solheim, the lefty. 23-22.
Tough one there for Sophie Nelson. Probably had to play it not knowing quite where it was going to land on the court.
Hackle blocked, but rolls over. Goes off the hands of Zare and out. Yellowjackets lead 24-22. Set points. Hackle will serve. Yellowjackets hoping to take a 2-1 lead. Rotation violation to end it on the Yellowjackets. Take set 3. 25-22 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. We'll be back with your KLN Friendly Brands Intermission Report.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at PerhamRealEstate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
They go where you go. They're your wingman. Your, I should get this thing checked out support system. Who knows? They may even be your +1. Or should we say +4? These are your tires. Small town, large city, winter, summer. Every destination and every type of weather. At OK Tire Store and Service, we go the extra mile so you can add some extra miles. See us for tires, preventative maintenance, and more. OKTireInc.com.
Welcome back to the Hive. Your KLN Family Brands Intermission Report has the Yellowjackets up 2-1. They dropped the first one 25-19. Take set 2, 25-20, and take set 3, 25-22, set 4. Coming up, we'll see how the Prowlers handle adversity, trailing 2-1 now.
Well, they can't be happy going to this intermission just because of how they lost the points. Out of rotation twice, maybe 3 times, and it cost them the match. And there was some really key swings in there. One of the was the first out of rotation. It went from going to be tied to the Yellowjackets going up 15-13 and then going on a run. And they battled all the way back to have it happen to them again. Unfortunately, on match point for them. But I haven't seen the Yellowjackets quite yet take that step where they're just going to take this over, hoping it comes up here in set number 4.
Prowlers using the full 3 minutes on this KLN Family Brands intermission report as they're getting ready to go. Atmosphere and crowd has dwindled a little bit as the night wore on, but it's still a strong showing from the Yellow Jacket faithful here tonight in Perham as we approach the 9:32 part of the night.
About 45 minutes past this guy's bedtime, so yeah, and honestly, we kind of laugh, but you watch some of the younger crowd. Unfortunately, maybe they're going to pick up us on 549 Media. It's a school day tomorrow, and it's kind of weird to say that, but that's where we're at. So again, I think it's key for the Yellow Jackets come out quickly. Now you kind of have Thief River on the ropes. Watching their huddle, though, Jason, it almost looked like their coaching staff was using that to their favor a little bit. Like, we got that one taken from us. Let's go get it.
Solheim to serve to start. Game number 4. Yellow Jackets in the match 2-1. On the slide, Hackle's shot is just wide. And I believe, trying to take notes and what I remember, I think it's the first time Thief River Falls has started 1-0. It's usually been Perham 1-0, and then Perham answered right back. Or a Thief would answer right back. So we'll see if that trend reverses itself. And there it is, 1-1 more time.
Yeah, nice read right there. And again, you're getting to that point, not only in time, but in match play where you're going to see, are there going to be a few extra rotations here to get some fresh legs in this early? But you listen to Paige Thompson's pregame interview with you, Jason, and they played 6 matches in one day. Granted, they didn't go to 5, but they were preparing for this.
King in the net, Yellow Jackets up 2-1, set 4 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. There off the block, and now Hackle again, and she uses the double block to her advantage, gets that down. Yellow Jackets 3-1.
The Yellow Jackets have struggled a little tonight when Hackle has had to go to the back row. You might see a heavy dose of Addie Hackle right now. Well, she is in the front row, and they get on a roll.
That's there again, and for the most part, when Thief River Falls needed some, it's been Zara or Solheim.
Yeah, those two have had a really nice. Reynolds has kicked in. King's been really tough out of the middle. So they are multifaceted. But the Yellow Jackets, I think, really just have to get on their own game right now.
Hackle finds the inside there. It's 4-2. Hackle now serves. Zacharias into the front row. So the Yellow Jackets lead 4-2 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Stay tuned for a United Community Bank postgame show. During that, we'll name our New Horizons Realty player of the game. And that one's a nice block at the net for the Yellow Jackets.
Again, a good opportunity right now for the Yellow Jackets to go on a run.
Safely worded as Hackle into the net.
Case closed on the announcer jinx.
Well, there's still one left that would really probably hit the gavel down a little harder.
Yeah.
Which would be good for the Yellow Jacket faithful. As it goes to the near side, Griffin. And nice job there, Browsey hacking that down, keeping it alive. Hackle in the back row. Kept alive again. Browsey pass up here near side. Into the net there on the attempt by Berg. And that was the reference of this call going 5 sets. And
we'll see. Time will tell.
Nelson will serve. Near side, attacked by Reynolds, kept alive by the Jackets. Now to Griffin. Kept alive there, now far side. Reynolds again with a nice attack, but Hackle was there. Now they go to Larson, and Larson buries it. Joey Larson with a nice kill, 7-3 Yellow Jackets.
And that's what you need to see if you're Coach Thompson and the rest of the coaching staff for the Yellow Jackets is, you know what you're going to get out of Hackle. when Griffin's on our right side, playing on the right side of the offense, you need that opposite left-hand hitter coming up right here, and that's a good thing to see with Larson right there.
Off the tape there on the attack by Solheim. Now Griffin splits through the block, kept alive, and now a big swing there by Berg, but the Yellowjackets, one of the things they're going to go back and look at the tape, are in the net once again. Berg will serve.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't want to see either team's unforced errors right now, but again, I think you have to expect it in game one.
Larson, nice attack again.
Confidence is growing there for Larson.
Gets that over to Zacharias. Prowlers keeps it alive. Back set there. And a nice attack. It's Reynolds. And the Prowlers continue to just battle back, and it's now 7-5.
Well, and we talked about it here a little bit when Hackle's in the back rows, when the Prowlers have made their run.
Zacharias. Solheim directs. Hackle is there to coast. Set for Zacharias. Kept alive there by Burke. Solheim again. Nelson there. Coast. Back set Griffin. Prowlers with a nice job keeping it alive. But the Yellowjackets have an opportunity. Hackle gets to it. Now it's going to be just fighting to get it over the net, and they do. Griffin punches it over. Now Thief. Going to the back row there on a punch by Reynolds. Set in the middle. Zacharias will send it to the 7-6.
Well, and great effort by your leader in Hackle there. She was all over the court, and give Thief credit. They were going to make her move, and they did just that. Got the Yellowjackets out of sequence.
Hackle in the back row. Browns keeps it alive. Punched up. Sent over there by Reynolds. Yellowjackets an opportunity. Can they capitalize? And they do with Mia Zacharias. That's 8-6 Yellowjackets. Zacharias. Nice one in the middle. Griffin will serve. Low line drive on the serve by Griffin. Now Coast to the left hand launches it over. Tough set, punched over by Reynolds. Battle at the net. A nice grab by the official. As Solheim gets the kill, it's 8-7. Mr. Mark Thompson with the one-hand grab.
Yeah, cat-like reflexes right there. And again, that probably, as fun as it is to watch, probably frustrating both coaches to see neither team really just take control of that.
That one rolls off the top of the tape and drops down for Joby Larson. Makes it 9-7.
However this turns out, this has probably been the best thing for the Yellowjackets to see. They're going to go back to this tape and see Joby really take control from that left-hand side of their offense. She's done a really nice job and is swinging with confidence.
Powerful hit there by Solheim, and Nelson does a nice job keeping it alive. King now gets a big hit, and Nelson there again. Hackle in the middle, kept alive by Zer. Now Solheim. Wolf keeps it alive. The back row have a nice run right here for the Yellowjackets. Larson finds it inside the line. That's 10-7 in favor of the Yellowjackets. The back row, Wolf and Nelson did a nice job of keeping some big hits alive for the Yellowjackets.
Yeah, Sophie Nelson just all over the floor. And again, you can see her teammates go right to her in celebration.
And a nice counter and an answer once again. Adrian Solheim, just a sophomore. Makes it 10-8.
Well, if I remember right, way back when, a couple hours ago when you did starting lineups, there's quite a few sophomores on the floor for these Prowlers. So you have to be excited about the future coming up there.
Set far side. Nice adjustment by Solheim. Now Nelson will play it over. Solheim again sets near side for King. Big swing. Nelson there. Now Larson. The Yellowjackets will send it over. Wolf. King again. And that one, Prowlers thought there was a tip or a redirect that goes out off the tape. The Yellowjackets by 3.
That's what I was wondering, and I think it actually hit just the top of the tape again and rolled down the line. I thought it was a block initially, but again, you see the Prowlers, when they're at their best, they're in just continue attack mode.
Larson with a very strong serve and gets that one. Lance, you talked about it a little bit. You can see your confidence really growing this set.
Well, it just amazes me. Reading a lot, coaching, and doing some mindset stuff of how interesting our human mind is, and that one hit just seems to have unlocked the full potential of Jovi Larson right here, and it's been her show in this set.
Seeing members of the Perham New York Mills tennis team come into the gym as that one drops down for Gillespie. They had a nice victory tonight over Moorhead. Hope Schmidt's new head coach in her first year, picking up some nice wins here of late for the Yellowjackets. Makes that 13-8. Larson continuing the run at the service line. Another nice serve. Goes far side, Gillespie. Now going near side. Left hand sent over by Solheim. Big hit there. Hackle, but dug up by Browse. Solheim again off the block. Wolf there. Coast and Plato collide on the pass attempt, and Gillespie puts that into the net after that. 13-9 your score. Yellowjackets on the Hilltop Bloomberg scoreboard looking to close this one out in full. As Solheim will deliver the serve. Joust at the net. The Yellowjackets keep it alive. Far side it goes, Gillespie. Now Zare trying to tap it over. Almost kind of caught it with her offhand. It's 14-9.
Boy, and it's really one of the few mistakes Zare has made. She's kind of been their constant when they need something, almost like the Yellowjackets going to Hackle. The Prowlers have gone to Zare, and she's done a nice job for them. King puts that one down and just goes through the double block right through the hands.
Getting ready to serve Browse. Nelson, tough receive. 14-11 on the ace. Well, Browse will serve, and that's 14-11. Browse too far on that one. The Yellowjackets by 4 after the errant serve.
Well, I think both coaches and both teams are going to look at these unforced errors. Whoever loses is going to just almost probably be sick of how many points have been left on the table. I know it's week 1. Right now, you would imagine fatigue's probably setting in just a little bit as all of these have drawn out deep into each set. But let's see who can draw it from within and finish this thing out.
Into the net, Yellowjackets take a 16-12 lead. The Yellowjackets with a 4-point lead would be good. Exchanging every other right now. Would like to see them get a little bit of separation, even more. Sophie Nelson at the service line. In the middle for Bakken. Nelson there. Coast tracks it down. They're going to go to Larson again. Browse there. Plays that up. Set far side. Dealt into the block. And that's Zacharias on the block of Reynolds. And the Yellowjackets lead by 5.
Yeah, again, the Yellowjackets did a really nice job on that double block. We've sang that praise, that song a lot tonight, but they continue to be really, really good at it.
But one of the issues the Yellowjackets have had tonight is going into the net, and they did again.
It has to be with the follow through because it seems like it comes a little late in it. So either on their tap down or whatever they're doing. They must be over the top of the net and striking the net.
Larson, big attack. Kept alive though by the Prowlers. Solheim blocked out. She had the attack. The block was there, but they couldn't keep it in. 17-14, the Prowlers back on the run.
Again, the takeaways that you like there. Larson with another great attack. Wound up, swung through it, just happened to go off a hand on the block.
Zacharias going far corner, but she's going to get called for the lift. 17-15. Prowlers within 2. This is where we usually start the conversation of when do you use that EOT insurance timeout. But you let it play out and you get a service error.
And I think there's a couple things in play there. One, Coach Thompson, I'm guessing here, but wants to see her team battle through some of these situations. Number 2, we've seen that more times than not, a good play followed by a service error.
And that one sent long. Now you might ask if Hannah Lund and the Prowlers use it, and they will. Timeout brought to you by EOT Insurance. We'll be back here on the 549 Media Network.
At Nias Family Sales, our experienced mechanics are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. With 10 service bays, the service department at Nias Family Sales can work on all makes and models. Our experienced mechanics can do everything from oil changes, tire repairs, brake service, engine and transmission repair, and much more. Schedule your vehicle today. Call 218-346-5976 or visit the Nias Family Sales Service Center at 610 East Main Street in Perham.
Boom! I just earned a $600 bonus with an Old National Bank checking account.
You got this.
I do?
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
Can you say bonus?
And an ace serve for the Yellowjackets. We come back to live action. It's 20-15 over the EOT Insurance timeout. Jocelyn Griffin with the ace. And pegs our line judge with the serve. Does Griffin.
Well, it makes the call easier when it hits you. Like, I guess that's the one good thing.
Zacharias just misses the far line. Oh, they call a tip at the net, though. And Wolf will now serve at 21-16.
The sea of Yellowjackets behind her.
And that one goes just long. 21-17, Yellowjackets by 4, looking to close this one out. Jordan Shervin to serve. Off the tape. Kept alive there by Flatto. Blocked there on Hackle attempt. Hackle gets it back over. Left hand, Solheim down 21-18.
Well, the Prowlers' ability to take a little bit off their swing has really led to a lot of points for them. They've hit with power in system. It's those out of system plays and the early hits. They do a really nice job.
Hackle with a nice kill there, and the Yellowjackets stop the momentum there, make it 22-18. Trying to close this one out. Larson will serve. And sends that one low. Stay tuned. United Community Bank postgame show coming up. We'll name our New Horizons Realty player of the game. Blocked at the net. Hackle wins the battle. Nice attack there by Zaire. The attack there by Berg. Nelson tracks it down. Coast will send it over. King in the middle. Kept alive nicely there by Wolf. Gillespie sends it over. King lines and fires. Adjusts midair, gets enough, and gets it down. It's 23-20.
Well, and it's happened multiple times. Her ability to like elevate and then stay in the air, even on a miss hit, she disrupts the timing of the block from the Yellowjackets, and she holds on to a little life here for the Prowlers. Hackle with a little dump shot over the top there.
Double block at the net, but punched over. Nelson tries to keep it alive. Hackle tries as well. And on the net, the Prowlers are rallying.
I've been so impressed with the speed and court awareness of Sophie Nelson. A ball that I thought was easily going to hit the floor at the Hive here. She comes out of nowhere and makes a play, but here comes the Prowlers.
And that leads to a timeout. We'll be back on the 549 Media Network.
Honor Flight Food for Flight is back at United Community Bank every Friday in September. A different food truck will be coming to United Community Bank as we raise money for Honor Flight of Minnesota and North Dakota. Honor Flight has flown over 300,000 veterans to Washington, D.C. for free. All donations made in September will be matched by United Community Bank 100%. Join us as we raise money for Honor Flight Food for Flight every Friday in downtown Perham from 11 till 2.
United Community Bank.
And make sure to stay tuned for the United Community Bank post-game show. That is an EOT insurance timeout, the first one by the Yellowjackets. They have one remaining, as do the Prowlers. It's 23-22. Prowlers have rallied back, cut it to within one, trying to force a fifth. The Yellowjackets are hoping to end it here in 4. Coast set here. Hackle gets that down for the kill, and it's match point.
Yeah. Big time plays come from your leaders, and again, not surprising they went to Hackle in that situation, and she does what we've seen her be able to do.
Hackle, strong serve. Browns tries to keep it alive, does. Zaire sends it over. The Yellowjackets have a chance to finish it. They're going to Griffin. Off the block, kept alive. Everyone thought it was lifted up, but it's kept alive. Now Gillespie. Prowls with a nice save. High set for Zaire. She sends it far corner. Hackle set in the middle. Zacharias off the block. Kept alive once again. Prowls passes it over. Here's Zaire. Coast is there. Into the stands. It's 24-23. Thief River Falls will have the serve. It's still match point.
And just like the Bee Gees, they're staying alive. I've been working all summer on these growths, so you just wait. It's a plethora of these one-liners coming.
Now Paige Thompson talking with the down official about what I thought might have been a lift from up here, but they're going to continue. We're going to have a substitution, 24-23. Kinsey Reynolds into the game. Zaire to serve. Will it end or will it continue? We'll find out. Zaire serves. Coast. Griffin off the tip. And it's game, set, match. Yellowjackets. They take it 25-23. And they win 3-1. A nice victory for the Yellowjackets. They start the season 1-0. And we'll be back with your United Community Bank postgame show coming up here on the 549 Media Network.
At Hilltop Lumber, we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
We are family owned and operated, serving the Lakes area since 1988. Though Hilltop Lumber is our name, we're much more than that. We provide superior consulting and design, accurate estimates, thorough product knowledge, and on-time delivery. We have a full range of building supplies from windows, doors, decking, and siding to hardware, tools, paints, and stains. Take the stress out of building and let us help you find the perfect products for your project. Hilltop Lumber. We help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
At Perham Health, there's more behind exceptional care than meets the eye. It's about coming together to support, comfort, and care for our community every day. Behind every appointment, procedure, and recovery journey is a dedicated team. It's the warm welcome when you arrive, the skilled hands behind a test or treatment, the encouragement that keeps you moving forward. Because at Perham Health, caring for our community is never the work of one person. It's the strength of a team united by compassion, dedication, and a commitment to those we serve.
Love you, Pumpkin.
He'll be back. He has to bring people the food. 4 dogs. So they can be healthy, like you. And make people happy. Like me.
Honor Flight Food for Flight is back at United Community Bank. Every Friday in September, a different food truck will be coming to United Community Bank as we raise money for Honor Flight of Minnesota and North Dakota. Honor Flight has flown over 300,000 veterans to Washington, D.C. for free. All donations made in September will be matched by United Community Bank 100%. Join us as we raise money for Honor Flight Food for Flight every Friday in downtown Perham from 11 till 2.
United Community Bank.
Welcome back to our United Community Bank postgame show. We're joined by our New Horizons Realty player of the game tonight, Sophie Nelson. Outstanding performance tonight and a big victory over Thief River Falls. First of all, how did it feel tonight?
It felt amazing. I mean, we came out here, we were a bit nervous because it was our first game, but I think after that first set, we got together and we pushed. Back row tonight all over the court. How does it feel, game one, tracking down those and getting things up and passes for your setter? It feels really good because, I mean, my main goal is just don't let the ball touch the ground, and yeah. Defensively played a big role tonight. Thief River Falls with a couple of big hitters. When you face something like that, what do you kind of prepare for and what do you look for? I basically just hold my arms out and hope for the best. Your vision tonight, it really showed off on a couple of times. Just talk about your work on the floor and what you see on the floor. Yeah, I mean, I really try to read their hands and what they're doing, and I try to talk to everyone on the court and tell them what's happening. You guys dropped the first set, but you rattled back. What was kind of the mindset amongst the team after dropping that first one tonight? We were a little down, but we knew we had to just get together. We needed to serve and pass, and we did it. We came back, and, yeah, we were strong. Your hitters up front definitely bring a lot of power. What's it like having them in front of you guys? It's amazing. I just have so much faith in them, and, I just know it's gonna get down. It's going to go down. How does the couple of weeks of practice getting ready? I know some big scrimmages to get ready for tonight. When you have a battle that kind of goes as long as it did tonight, how does that help you with your guys' conditioning for tonight? Yeah, I mean, it helps us a lot. Hopefully no conditioning tomorrow. Yeah. And now, first one here tonight, a lot of games ahead. You got a busy week this week also with Wadena Deer Creek on Thursday. What do you expect to see from the Wolverines? They have some strong hitters, their middles especially, so we just need to play how we did, serve and pass. Yeah. Tonight's student section, a nice large student section behind you. How'd that feel? It was amazing just to know that our community just comes together and just cheers for everyone, and it's so amazing. Well, Sophie, outstanding game tonight. We thank you for stopping by. Your New Horizons Realty player of the game tonight, Sophie Nelson, here on the United Community Bank postgame show. We'll be right back here on the 549 Media Network.
At Perham Health, there's more behind exceptional care than meets the eye. It's about coming together to support, comfort, and care for our community every day. Behind every appointment, procedure, and recovery journey is a dedicated team. It's the warm welcome when you arrive, the skilled hands behind a test or treatment, the encouragement that keeps you moving forward. Because at Perham Health, caring for our community is never the work of one person. It's the strength of a team united by compassion, dedication, and a commitment to those we serve.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you want someone local and experienced. EOT Insurance Agency has been serving the community for over 40 years, insuring home, auto, farms, businesses, and all your recreational toys. As an independent agency, we don't work for just one company, we work for you. EOT Insurance Agency, local, experienced, and always on your side.
Well, welcome back here to the United Community Bank post-game show. We thank you for tuning in. Night number one, Yellowjackets start off with a big 3-1 victory tonight, and it was a nice one. We had our New Horizons Realty player of the game, Sophie Nelson, stopped by. It was great to hear from her, and she had a great night in the back row for the Yellowjackets.
Yeah, she really did. She came in, Jason. I was really impressed. Again, Sophie's a tremendous athlete. She three-sport player, and she just does so many things. But when she came in tonight, she really gave the Yellowjackets extra opportunities to swing, and she saved some that I thought were going to hit the gym floor. So hats off to her. Again, Addie Hackle, great night. I thought Jocelyn Griffin really came on with the left-handed swing, especially on our right side. And then seeing Jovi Larson build confidence at the end, I think that's really going to be one of the keys for the Yellowjackets, to keep her really swinging, attacking every single time she gets an opportunity. She just is that next piece that the Yellowjackets have. Gillespie had a good night all around. I think the Yellowjackets, you clean up some unforced errors, work on that service game just a little bit, and I think this team has a very high ceiling in the section.
Yellowjackets back in action Thursday night. We talked about it. Sophie Nelson, they're preparing for some big hitters. The Wolverines will have them. It should be a fun one there. That is in Wadena. If we get stream information from our Highway 10 counterparts, we'll try to share that with you as much as we can. But on the air on Thursday night, we'll be at the Gridiron. The Yellowjackets take it on Park Rapids area. I'll be joined by Kyle Haberman on the call. It'll be myself and Kyle Haberman with a full pregame show starting around 6:40, maybe earlier. We have interviews from both head coaches. Should be a fun one as we get ready to kick off the football season on Thursday night. Make sure to tune in on the 549 Media Network.
What an upgrade you're getting in the color commentary on Thursday night. But yeah, it's going to be a great battle and fun. And again, it's just another one of those signs of fall. Every year I turn on the Kenny Chesney Boys of Fall, and it kind of takes you back to the days that you got to play, and you forget when you watch what's happening right on the floor now of the relationships in school back in session. It just reminds you how great this is to be able to cover this, and that we have such great high school sports in our area.
We thank you for tuning in. Also thank all our sponsors. For Lance Rock, I'm Jason Groth. We hope you have a good rest of your evening.
From all of us at 549 Media, thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. We'd also like to thank our sponsors for making coverage of Perham Yellowjacket activities possible. Until next time, thank you for watching, and tune in again on 549 Media.